my name's Nisha, aka Grad Med Girl. You're probably new here, I know I am. So this channel is just to talk a bit about my journey through graduate medicine at Cambridge University. And this video I'm just going to talk a little bit about, give you like a really quick overview of my journey to med school up to this point. So my GCSEs were probably above average but not amazing, so I got 5 A stars, 3 A's, 2 B's and a C in art, so that doesn't count, right? I'm not counting it. Then at A level I got AAB, and that was an A in biology, an A in economics and a B in chemistry. And I also have a B in AS Maths and Statistics. But anyone who's sort of ever looked into applying for med school or has applied will know that those kind of grades are not going to get you looking anywhere unless you're a contextual offer, which I wasn't. And that was fine, because at the time, like, whilst I've always been interested in medicine, which I know sounds really cliche, I never thought of it as like an actual legitimate option. And the kind of things I was doing were definitely things that would help me get into med school, but ultimately I didn't end up applying for it at A level, and it wasn't like important to me that I do it at 18 or 19. So I ended up doing a medical physiology degree at King's College London, which was great. Like, I really enjoyed the content, I really enjoyed learning. I say all this, I've probably forgotten how traumatic all the exams and that were, but it was really good, and I came out with a first in that in 2017. So after travelling for a little bit, I ended up getting a job at the Care Quality Commission, and they're the regulators of health and social care in England. So it was really good to be kind of like in the health and social care sector, and I was in public engagement as a public engagement and insight officer, which meant that I got to work with members of the public, including patients, and that was really good because that, I realised, is the kind of work that I really enjoy, is people-based work. So I was there for about 3 years. In that time I got promotion, still within the same team, and I really enjoyed that work. I did, and I really loved the team that I worked with. But in early 2019 I kind of thought, is this where I want to be and progress? Is this what I want to do? And whilst I really enjoyed the people work aspect of what I was doing, I kind of realised that actually more progression would equal less of that and more strategic focus work, and that wasn't necessarily what I was passionate about. So I thought about what I could do. I'd been exploring different careers throughout this whole time since university anyway, mainly in like the health and care sector, and I ended up kind of coming back to medicine, and I thought, you know what, let's give it a go. I picked up volunteering again, that I'd done a lot of previously, and I'll make another video about volunteering and work experience. And then I did the UCAT, because, and I can't remember which way around it was, whether the universities I wanted to go to took UCAT or whether I chose universities that took the UCAT. But either way, I ended up applying to King's College London, Queen Mary University London, Southampton and Cambridge. And Cambridge was like my wild card, punching way above my weight choice. And that was because I ended up, through a lot of studying, getting in the top 2% for the UCAT. So without trying to sound big-headed, with the first plus a really good UCAT score, I was basically guaranteed interviews at the other places. So if you're applying to, or if you've ever applied to Oxbridge, you'd know that they do their interviews really early on. So UCAT's deadline was in October, and the Cambridge and Oxford interviews, well, I assume the Oxford ones as well, I didn't apply there, were in November. And imagine my surprise when I got an interview through for Cambridge. With the A-levels that I mentioned before, it's not something I ever really thought was possible. So I went and did that interview, and honestly, like, I will never forget that feeling a couple of weeks later when I got an offer through. And I was actually in a meeting at work at the time, and I saw the little notification pop up with the person who it's from being one of the Cambridge colleges, which I was really confused. I was like, why is a rejection coming through from a college? Because I'd done an open application, so I hadn't selected a specific college. Anyway, I had to wait till the meeting was over, and then I opened it and I was like, what? I've got an offer. Absolutely wild. Like, never in my wildest imagination did I genuinely think that I'd get an offer from Cambridge. So that was amazing. But I still went to a few of my other interviews anyway. So I ended up withdrawing from Southampton because Southampton was kind of like my filler choice, where it wasn't really where I wanted to be, but I needed an extra choice. And I did do the King's College interview and the Queen Mary interview. The King's College interview did not go well.
Hey, editing Nisha here. Whilst recording this video, I got this completely wrong. I got rejected from King's, and I just wanted to put that out there. But
I did end up getting an offer from Queen Mary as well, and I really did like Queen Mary, but for multiple reasons, which I can definitely go into more detail on later on, I decided to go for Cambridge. And so that brings us to where we are now, which is starting university in a couple of weeks' time at the grand old age of 24, turning 25 in a few months. Very excited, kind of, mostly scared, but the excitement is starting to creep in again. I've been doing like a list of pre-work stuff that they've given, and it's kind of getting my brain in gear again. So yeah, this has been my first video, just whistle-stop tour of my whole academic journey, kind of. I haven't really focused on all the volunteering stuff yet because I do want to make another video about that. And yeah, that's it. So next video, probably volunteering and work experience. So if you're interested in that and want to learn more about that, please do tune into the next one. So thank you for listening to this, and bye!